To CBS This Morning, I'm Tony DeCopa with Gayle King and Anthony Mason. And we begin with this. Only on CBS This Morning, the father of a Sandy Hook victim is telling us about his fight against misinformation. And this comes after a major legal ruling against a man who called the mass shooting a hoax. A Wisconsin jury ordered James Fetzer, who co-wrote a book called Nobody Died at Sandy Hook, to pay $450,000 for defaming Lenny Pozner. Pozner's 6-year-old son, Noah, was killed in that 2012 shooting, and Pozner has made it his mission to change tech company policies to protect victims from online bullying. He's made progress, but also enemies, and as a result, we agreed not to show what he looks like for his own protection. How many death threats have you received?
Oh, there have been dozens, and there are threats that are just posted that I may have not even seen.
Lenny Pozner says he's been forced to move at least a half dozen times since the death of his son Noah. One of 20 children and 6 adults killed in the 2012 shooting at Connecticut's Sandy Hook Elementary School. While still grieving, Pozner faced a new shock as strangers claimed that the shooting had never really happened.
What did you find online?
The talk of conspiracy theories, the talk of crisis actors, the talk of a staged event to take away people's gun rights.
Most people probably would have just walked away, and you didn't.
I never thought I had the option to walk away.
Because
that was my life now. The father of a murdered child and the name associated to an online conspiracy theory.
Pozner funneled his anger into action, asking social media platforms to take down the posts, at first with little luck.
Most of the time there was an automatic robotic response.
So you're not even dealing with a person?
It never even got to a person.
But in the years since, this unlikely activist has not only succeeded for himself, he's helping others through his organization Honor Network, whose volunteers keep an eye on the internet, protecting victims of tragedy, cyberstalking, and harassment. People like Andy Parker.
I felt sick.
After his daughter Allison was shot to death on live TV in 2015, conspiracy theorists reposted the video, again claiming it was a fake. Parker contacted YouTube to get the videos taken down.
I thought I could do it just, one time and be done with it. And they said, no, you have to do it for each video. Yeah, it's tantamount to saying, watch your daughter's murder and then tell us why.
Over and over again.
Over and over again, and then tell a robot why this needs to come down. That's essentially what they told me to do.
But Pozner had a better idea. He helped Parker get the rights to the video, allowing him to force their removal in bulk on copyright grounds. And it worked.
It was just a matter of who can help me with this, and I knew it was Lenny.
More recently, many large tech companies have updated their policies on harassment.
So what role do you think you've personally played in getting Facebook and Google and YouTube and WordPress to change their policies?
I think that had I not shamed them publicly using the press, that none of that would have happened in the way that it has happened.
In confronting misinformation, Pozner has also changed minds.
I think it could be summed up with the term Sandy hoax.
Dave Gahary's company published James Fetzer's book, Nobody Died at Sandy Hook, which prompted Pozner to sue in the first place. But as Pozner spoke at a deposition, Gahary had a revelation.
And I'm listening to him, and I determined that what he was saying was authentic, and I wanted to do what I could do to not contribute to the negative things that he's experiencing.
Gahary settled the case, and now Fetzer is on the hook for a $450,000 verdict in Wisconsin. And Pozner says his work is just getting started.
So is this fight, crusade, mission you're on, does it take up your life? I mean, is this what you do?
This has become my life's work, yeah.
This is your life's work?
Yeah, that's what it's turned into.
Does it still feel good when you get something taken down?
It feels right.
Wow. Lenny Pozner is also suing internet personality Alex Jones for defamation for spreading false information about the Sandy Hook shootings. Jones's attorneys are using free speech arguments to try to get the case dismissed. But guys, Pozner says this is not about other people's free speech. It's about people like him and other victims their freedom from harassment and from terror online.
Absolutely.
Yes, and considering what he's gone through, it's very sad that this has to be his life's work.
Yes.
That he would now be subjected to this.
But I tell you what, he is making progress.
Yeah, clearly
and
making a
network, he's doing
difference.
good work.
It's fascinating that it took a copyright situation to pull a video down when something that was toxic and hateful was allowed to stay.
The tech companies don't know how to deal with grieving parents, but they do know how to deal with lawyers and the fear of lawsuits, and so it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Shouldn't have to head to that. All right.